Hiya, and welcome back to Undefeated, the game that teaches us that not even going to bed can help Xander and Redline. Not even going to bed can help them anymore. They just... At this point, they don't need to go to bed, they just need therapy. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Drayden said it didn't seem like there was anything broken, but with how thick Bruce's knee is, they took some scans just to make sure. I'm keeping in the med bay just for the night. Sleeping in the med bay. Just for the night. I'm way too tired, I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. Caught a glimpse of the bruise on my body and almost got sick just from looking at it. And sitting up, it hurts to even breathe. I don't know when I'll be able to sit upright with it aching again. Without it aching again. Fucking asshole, he could have ended that in 2 seconds if he wanted to. Why didn't he? Why has he been weird for the whole month, ever since that night in the gym? Whatever, I need to roll over and get some sleep. Or at least try to. My ears twitch and I hear the door creak open. I want to sit up and see who it is, but the massive purple patch on my abs makes that impossible, so I roll over instead. Bruce is standing there, peeking inside my room. Our eyes meet and he looks surprised. The dinosaur hesitates and opens the door and shuts it behind him. Hey. He looks around, feigning interest in the room. Bruce clears his throat and looks away awkwardly. How are you feeling? Get out. He sighs, and for a moment he looks like he's about to exit. Listen. This has to stop. You need to leave. This is my room. No, you need to go. You need to leave, Fang. I don't know how much longer I can keep pulling my punches without someone noticing. If this keeps going on, you're going to get hurt. I know that. But you and I both know what Theodore said on the first night. Right. The contract. He takes a shaky breath in and exhales slowly. You leave right now, I'll pay your contract fees. Set up a payment plan, whatever it takes. But you need to leave tonight. And you need to never come back. I stare at him, the silence swelling between us. You'll pay my fines? Yeah. You know how much they cost. He sighs. I know it's a lot, but I can make it work. Fighting you, it's not worth it. Not like this. We both turn our eyes away thinking about the offer. Oh, fuck. I feel like this heavily affects the game. I feel like this heavily affects it. So, I'm gonna save. It just ends after like 2 minutes of dialogue. Do we really want another bad ending? After password. After password. After over 70 streams of password. Do we want another bad ending? I don't think I have it in me for another bad ending. Another bad ending for the funnies. We love to see Xander suffer. Oh, god damn it. Okay. For the funnies. He's right. I can't afford to stay here any longer. I have to leave. If I keep fighting, I'm going to end up getting myself killed. Alright. He stares at me for a second. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This is my only way out. There's no way I can win, and there's no way they'll let you play nice with me forever. So this is the only thing that makes sense. Bruce lets out a short sigh. He snatches the clipboard attached to the foot of my hospital bed and looks it over. Looks like we're good to go. They just wanted to keep you overnight to let you cool down. Get up. We have to get moving. You go to your room and get all your shit together. I'll meet you by the elevator, the same one you took to the fight tonight. You remember how to get there? That series of hallways is like a maze, but I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going. Yeah. Good. On your way to and from your room, do not look at anyone, do not talk to anyone. If anyone asks what you're doing, you keep walking. Got it? That sounds fine by me, but what do I do with Redline? He'll probably be sleeping. He's not. How do you know that? Bruce sighs. He's at the beach. I let him use my code so he doesn't catch flack from the boss. Is that where he's been the past month? You think now's the best time to be asking questions? Security gets lax this time of night, but we don't have time to fuck around. Fine. This is it. This is my only opportunity. I'm finally getting out of here. No more Bruce, no more death matches, no more Redline, no more constant nagging and pulling and yammering and forced conversations. I can get some peace and quiet and I can go back to ignoring everyone that pisses me off. I finally got my ticket out of this prison, this tomb. Bruce had it all along. He could have set me free after that first fight. This was his fault all along. He owes this to me. If I have to suffer, then he deserves to suffer too. It doesn't take long for me to pack my things, not that I had many things to begin with. Hiya. We're doing the bad ending. Pile all my workout clothes into my duffel bag, grab my phone and charger, and make for the door. One look back. It's sad, really. Pathetic even. I don't belong here. I never did. No matter how hard anyone tried. I know my place now. It's not here. Fucking stupid of me to think that I could ever make a career out of this. The door closes softly behind me, making sure to keep as quiet as possible. I can't risk waking anyone up. Redline probably misses having a room all to himself anyway. I know I do. I feel like I'm being really loud right now. Can't shake the feeling that everyone here knows exactly what I'm doing. And this is all a huge setup. That sounds like something Bruce would do, actually. Prick. Maybe this is him being genuinely nice. Whatever. He's the reason I have to go through all this in the first place. I have to meet him by the arena doors. I know the way there. They're right next to the immersion chamber. Slip in quick and... Zen! I freeze. Bucky's in the hall behind me. Hey, Xander, you going somewhere? If there's something on your mind, we can talk about it. You know you can talk to me about anything, Xander. Oh, shit. You going somewhere? Shut the fuck up. Bucky knows I'm wasting my time down here, and he's wasting my time by enabling this bullshit. There's no way he actually thinks I can win this fight. Bucky and Drayden are encouraging it. Redline's fucking annoying, and Bruce is just letting it happen. You can talk to me about anything. What good is talking going to do? Talking won't fix this. Nothing will fix this. There's nothing to fix. This shit has been rigged from the start. Nothing else to do but bail. I make my way to the elevator door, and Bruce is standing guard in front of it. All set? Yeah. Anyone see you? No. No one. Good. Get in. We step in and the elevator kicks to life, this time bringing us upward. Bruce is the last person I want to be in an elevator with, but he's my only ticket out of here, and he's quiet too. So, my eyes stare through the floor. Sorry. For what? For taking so long. For letting it come to this. Whatever. He takes a breath like he wants to say something, but huffs it out of his snout. We ride the elevator in silence. Even if I wanted to talk, I don't know what else there is to say. I want to scream at him. I want to hurt him. I want him to die. I want Bucky and Drayden to feel helpless and scared and confused like I was. I want Redline to get a fucking life and leave me alone. I want my parents to burn in hell. I want Ryan to eat shit. I want every creep on Headkick to get brain damage in a fight. I don't know. I want to die. I want to stop hurting so much. I want to know why I feel so empty. I don't know what I want anymore. The elevator stops, the doors open. It's different from the elevator I took when I started here. I don't recognize this place. There'll be a taxi here in a minute. I got you a motel for a week, and then you're on your own. Okay. I step out of the elevator, taking in that breath of fresh, cool night air. I'll take the heat and make sure Fang's lawyers don't hound you. Just keep a low profile and you'll be fine. Okay. A breeze blows. I shiver. Alright, I guess this is goodbye. Bye. Bruce huffs out a sharp breath. Good luck out there. Okay. There's a beat of silence and the doors close. I'm alone. The sounds of the city have died down for the night. It's too silent. My head is buzzing. I can feel the static trying to tear its way out of my skin, but I don't feel anything else. I don't feel anything. The taxi takes an hour to show up. Figures Bruce couldn't even get that handled right. Managed to get my old job stocking shelves. At least it has some amount of steady income. Even if my hours got cut. My old apartment got rented out and I had a bit of trouble finding some place I could afford. I'd rather die than go back to my parents, so I spent a few months bumming around at a 24-hour gym until I found a roommate. At least Bruce did keep his promise. I haven't heard from anyone from Fang since that night. Nothing from Bucky or Drayden. At least I see Bruce back to fighting men in his weight class. He looks like he's enjoying it. I haven't seen Redline at all. Even now, months after leaving, I haven't seen him get in any fights. I even looked up some of his old amateur matches. He was really good. But now he's just gone. I can't face the guys at my old gym either. They'd ask too many questions about Fang and why I left. Fuck them. Fuck all of them. I don't need anybody. Some days I wonder what things would be like if I didn't take up Bruce's offer. If I stayed at Fang, if I kept fighting, if I did anything differently. Wait, are we going to dream or sleep? Wait. We can finally go to bed? We're finally able to go to bed? Oh, fuck yeah. Part of me wishes I could go back, but I've made up my mind. That part of my life is over. This is the path I've chosen. Ah, son of a bitch, it closed. Son of a bitch. Fuck. It closed. Fuck off, Windows Defender. No, like, the game actually closed. And I find that so funny. Sleep ends the game. Yeah, it just fucking closed. Anyways, let's hop back in and actually continue the story. Fuck you, Bruce. I can't. I don't want to. This isn't his problem. This isn't anyone else's problem. Why should I be a burden for him too? Fuck off. Come on, Xander. I don't want your pity. Pity? It's not... Bruce sighs and lowers his voice. I'm trying to help you out. Then let me win. He glares at me and I turn away. I'm not sure why I said that. It just sort of came out. You know I can't do that. Why not? I know. It was selfish to even suggest. But it's selfish of him to keep this going. Bruce steps closer to my bed, to me. The word champion just concedes out of nowhere, top of his career, undefeated, prime of his life. You think the commissioner's just gonna let that happen? Another step closer. I'm sorry. I'm just supposed to throw away my whole career for you. What about my career? Just fine, sorry for asking. Bruce realizes he's leering right over me, pressed up against my bed. He pauses and takes a few awkward steps back. Just think about it, okay? Sure. Alright. He lingers for a moment, then turns and exits without another word. I feel like I should be mad. I should be pissed. But right now I'm just tired. I'm tired of being in the way. I'm tired of not making any progress. I'm tired of feeling like shit. I'm tired of wanting to die. Maybe I can sleep it off. Either way, we get to go to bed. Sleep didn't help. Sleep hardly helps these days. Barely even felt like sleep. More like being comatose. Good morning, Xander. My eyes pan over to Drayden. Hi. He pauses, looking up from his papers. How are you feeling today? Just tell him, why fight it? I don't know. I think I'm just tired. Well, after what happened last night, I can understand why. Last night? Did Bruce talk to him too? With Bruce? Drayden looks at me weird. Yes, your fight with Bruce, you took quite the beating. I imagine your abs are quite sore. Right. But according to your charts, you're all set. Nothing broken, thankfully. Right. Good. Drayden pauses, tapping his fingers against the clipboard. Is something on your mind? Something tells me I shouldn't tell Drayden anything about the talk with Bruce last night. Kept a few big secrets in my life, and this feels like another. No, just, I think I had a bad dream. Nothing serious, just, ugh, you know? Try to give off my most normal, I'm not fine but in a totally normal and well-adjusted way face, and it seems to satisfy Drayden. Well, if... fuck. Well, if anything's on your mind, you know I'm always here. Thanks. Try to sit up, groaning as the bruise on my body gets stretched out. Have you seen Redline anywhere? I haven't, no. He wasn't bugging me about the fight last night, and he hasn't burst into my room yet, so I'm worried for him. It's just weird that he hasn't yet. Yet? Well, I'll let you know if I see him. I thought Bucky was supposed to pay you a visit this morning, though. Said something about... The doors burst open, slamming against the wall. The kangaroo beams as he walks in. Zen! The man! Why is everyone in this fucking league so goddamn loud? Bucky's holding Redline under his arm like a football. He lifts a hyena in front of him. Here, take this. Nope. No, Bucky, don't. Bucky grunts, thrusting his arms out and up, launching Redline toward me. I don't know if I'm in too much pain or if I'm just desensitized by this point, but I just watch it happen. If you close your eyes right before the hyena collides with you, your brain tricks itself into thinking you will die. Some people find comfort in this. Redline does an actually impressive flip, landing expertly on his feet only inches from my bed. Holy shit! I didn't think you'd actually stick it. And you threw him anyway? Guess what day it is? Good morning to you too, Redline. He grabs my wrists and shakes them a little bit too rough. Guess what day it is? And good morning to you as well, Bucky. Morning, Xander. Redline lets out an impatient whine. Zan! You gotta guess. A little chuckle escapes my nose. What is it, Redline? It's mail day! He didn't even make me guess. That means we get mail. It's like solstice morning. That sounds exciting. Yeah! The smile on his face and wagging tail is evidence that he didn't catch the sarcasm on my lips. But at least he's happy, so I don't mind. I wanted to let you rest before I talked about the fight last night, but holy shit! Zan! Bucky also charges in, pulling me into a horribly painful hug, with Redline crushed between us. We both let out a yelp, but Redline giggles. Did you see? Ow! See what? You made him bleed. Holy shit, I did. Yeah, you did, bud. He lifts both me and Redline off the ground, shaking us in his vice grip. And you thought he was untouchable? It's not that, in our first match, I couldn't even make him flinch. I nearly broke my hands on his body. And in your next match, you're gonna break his fucking snout. I'm so goddamn proud of you. Bucky pulses the grip on each word, forcing a wheeze out of both Redline and I. Can you put me down? I like how Drayden's just freaking the fuck out. I hope that was a protest and agreement. Bucky releases the hold and drops both of us. Redline steadies himself on me until his snout straightens out. So you're already making plans for the next fight? Ooh yeah. Got plenty of ideas on how to beat his ass. Next fight you have is gonna be the last one, I swear. Let's hope he's right about that. Redline shakes himself back to consciousness. Dude, we gotta go. What's the rush, you two? Yeah, breakfast is only like half over. I heard someone say they're making some big announcements. He grabs my hand, practically pulling me out of the room and down the hall. I didn't even have a chance to say bye to Drayden or Bucky. After a second, I finally managed to get my legs working in order, and I'm not in any rush, but Red won't even let go of my hand. So I really have to run just to keep up. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We managed to get our food and start looking for an empty seat. I spot half a table completely empty next to Redline's friends. Hey, your buds are over there. Redline stops chattering, ears folding back and tail drooping as he starts looking anywhere else. There doesn't seem to be a table that's not a total mess and has two spaces next to each other. He takes a second, then sighs. Oh, sure. And just like that, he's deflated. Redline makes sure to sit at the far end of the table, away from the group of friends, who all manage to look at Redline, then mumble something under their breath. Starts picking out his food, a 3-egg omelet, which was downgraded from a 4-egg omelet about 2 weeks ago. Something about budget cuts? Redline seemed a little disappointed at the time. But he also usually scarfs it down, so it probably didn't make too much of a difference to him in regards to taste. Still, it's weird seeing him eat slowly. Something up? Oh, sorry, no, just thinking about stuff. Stuff? Yeah. Like, what stuff? Not really sure why I bothered her with the follow-up questions. It usually leads to more chattering, but Redline takes pause. It's, kinda stupid. Okay. Usually assume that means the end of a conversation, but Redline continues. I haven't gotten a fight in a long while. Like, a few months before you came down here. I'm starting to get worried they'll fire me. Wouldn't that void your contract? Huh? Your contract. If they fire you, you're not in any trouble or anything. That's only if you quit. Right, that makes sense. so I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, you're right, sorry. Nothing to be sorry for, is that all you're worried about? He pauses halfway through his bite of omelet and nods. I guess so. Maybe they're scared I'll win too quickly. A smile creeps across his face and I can see his tail wagging. Finally, he's back to normal. Which means more conversation, or at least it would if someone didn't start speaking with a microphone.
Attention, everyone.
A cacophony of boos and cheers before the crowd quiets down.
I hope we're all enjoying the breakfast this morning. As you all know, it's mail day.
Another set of cheers, and it's when I finally notice a massive table behind Theodore. Stacks of packages, bags of envelopes, and with a few staff workers still trying to organize everything.
But first, we have some announcements to share. There have been some last-minute changes to the fights coming up. Please listen closely to the updated matches. First off, due to unforeseen circumstances, David will be unable to take his match against Jesse. Jesse's fight will now be with the Redline taking place on the 8th.
Turn to look at Redline, who looks shocked, to say the least. Group next to us also looks at him, but I'm not sure if he notices.
Oh!
There's a few spare cheers that stick out above the sound of the crowd talking, but Theodore rambles on to talk about the other fights coming on. That's good. Redline spaces out, looking at his breakfast, muttering quietly.
Jesse, he's the Puma, I think. Yes, he's the Puma. Broad shoulders, thick build, plain coloring.
Redline.
I swear, he was mid-weight, or did that change? There's like 3 Pumas down here, and they all have J names.
Redline.
Oh, sorry, what's up?
Nothing, you okay?
Yep, better than okay. I'm pumped. I'm gonna tell Bucky the good news after breakfast.
Redline goes on to talk about Jesse and all his fight history that he somehow managed to recall. Apparently he's a little heavier than us, but around the same height. Good to know for him, I guess. After a few more announcements, Theodore clears his throat.
And a few more things.
Pulls out a little cue card.
First up, Fang's policy on vacation days is being changed. Furthermore, due to recent event...
What is that? I don't know what that is.
Fang has made the decision to restrict social media usage on our facility network. Both these changes are made to help facilitate a more focused growth for our fighters. For more details, please review the updated policy that has been sent to your emails.
The crowd's confused silence grows to more general complaints, and before it can get too out of hand, Theodore has already trotted away and out the door.
Dude, this is bullshit. What the fuck? First change highlighted. We're only getting 1 vacation day per win now. It's bad enough that our pay per fight got halved a few months ago, but now this. And dude, look at this list of blocked sites.
Redline draws my attention. He's already pulled out his phone. He's listing off the list of blocked websites. I barely use social media as is, but some of these sites make no sense.
It's not just a social media phase. It's like everything. Streaming sites, video sites, even Headkick is on here. Like, all that stuff for some search engines and, I don't know, texting, calling? They really want us cut off from most of the world, huh?
Headkick is probably the one site that everyone down here is familiar with. If that's gone, then... Wait. Is this... my fault?
What's up?
I used Headkick and accidentally broke my contract. The commissioner said he had to work hard to get that cleared up. Maybe this is just...
Zan, you okay?
Huh? I don't know. I feel like I caused this.
What, like, you made them ban all social media? Come on, dude, there's no way.
I shake my head. I don't know, man. I met with the commissioner.
Oh, yeah? The commissioner? How was he? What was he like?
He was... intense. I explained my interaction with the commissioner to Redline, who only seems to get increasingly concerned.
That? Okay, maybe you did cause all this.
That's not very helpful.
I mean, it's not a good sign, but, like, we can never really know what the reasoning was. Maybe it really is just to, keep us from getting distracted or whatever.
Didn't Theodore say something about recent events? What else could that be about? The group of Redline's friends next to us look our way, then start chattering, something about the social media stuff. Maybe we should talk about this later. Sure. Some other staff member picks up the mic and starts reading off the instructions on how to pick up mail. They go alphabetically by last name. They call G and Redline goes up. Hey. Mine's not for a while and I doubt I'll have any mail, so... Hello, what's your name? Alan? Turn my head to see who they're talking to. What was it you were saying earlier about the commissioner? Guess he's talking to me. Nothing you need to worry about. It sounded like you're the reason we can't use the internet anymore. The way he talks sounds like he's trying to intimidate me. Now, I've seen him in class, and he's not really worth the energy. Try to remain silent and hope he goes away. Better hope that kind of shit doesn't spread to other people. Okay. Because I know some guys down here that are going to be way more pissed than we are. I'm not even turn to face the guy, and he's still talking. Get a fucking life. Redline strolls back, carrying 3 large boxes stacked on top of each other. They drop down next to the table, and he pulls the first one up in front of him.
Jesus! See? Like solstice morning.
The box flips open, and he finds an envelope on top.
Oh, from my sister.
He tears the envelope, trying to pull the letter out, then crumbles that up as he starts reading the letter.
Sup, loser, here's the rest of...
A hyena falters, then his ears lower. His eyes scan across the letter for a second, then he folds it in half and sets it under the box.
Well, let's crack this bad boy open.
A few layers of bubble wrap, and he pulls out a large rectangular wooden box.
Oh, dude, my fight stick.
What the hell is a fight stick? There's some sort of joystick on one side and a bunch of buttons on the other side. He starts fiddling with it.
It's a controller for Tales of Fury. It takes up a lot more space than my regular controller, so I couldn't bring it with me.
Right, and now where are you planning to store it? He looks down at the controller, then to the 3 large boxes, and his ears fold.
Ah, right. I'm sure I'll make it work. It'll be a little tight. Oh, but I'll make sure it stays off your side of the room.
It'll be fine. Digs through the box a little more, finding some clothes and photo albums.
Oh, this is my high school art portfolio. Jesus.
It flips open, revealing a few pages littered with photographs. Can't really make them out from this angle, but they look pretty artsy.
Good God, this is so embarrassing. I'm trying to make this a portfolio for my application to art school. Can you believe I thought some of this was good?
Spits out a laugh, but it tapers off after a second. More pages flip by, but Redline just stares at them wistfully. The book closes and Redline holds his temple. He looks tired. Hey. Bruce's voice sends both of us sitting straight up. It speaks so loudly, piercing the noise of the crowd around us. Can I talk to you guys? I need you to come with me for a second. I'm eating. Okay.
I can go.
Redline and Bruce get up, heading back toward the table stacked with mail. Not really that hungry, I just didn't want to deal with Bruce. He's still on my mind from last night. Redline's letter from his family is peeking out from under the box. Should I read it? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Hang on. I got a text. From... Hang on. I'm gonna see what this is. Okay, that was a text. It was a text from Sam. God damn it! It caught me off guard. Oh shit. So, yeah, from Sam. Got a text from Sam. So, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna create a save. And we're gonna read it, and then we're gonna go back. And we're not going to read it, okay? It'll be a short read. He's busy with Bruce. I reach across the table and pull the letter out from under the box. What's up, loser? Here's the rest of your garbage. Mom threw it all out, but I managed to salvage what I could find. Figured I couldn't send your guitar down, so I'm hanging on to it until you can come back and sing us some more tunes. House is looking pretty empty now that it's all packed up. But you were the last one of us still kicking around, so it's officially an empty nest. Orlando says he misses you. You and Vince and Ian and I don't at all. Blake and Grant went radio silent a few months back, but they're always pretty quiet. They'll turn up eventually. I don't know when they're coming back. Sure, Mom and Dad miss you too. I'd get it if you don't even want to see them. I'm still hoping they'll turn around. Dad watches the fights, but I think that's just the good old Gray Fang blood, right? At least we got some good genes from Grandma and Grandpa. We're tough as hell. And we can do all that folding thing with our tongue. But I still don't get how you boys keep your fur so shiny. Are you sure you weren't adopted? Stay safe down there, alright? The only ones allowed to beat your ass are us. Eve. So let's go back and actually respect his privacy. That's not really any of my business. He didn't want to read it for a reason. I'm a bit curious, but if he wants to talk about it, he can. I start flipping through the photo album absent-mindedly. He let me look through it with him a minute ago, so this should be fine. First few pages are pretty artsy. Flowers, city streets, beaches, a lot of landscape work. Looks nice, I guess. I don't know much about art, but it seems serviceable. Kind of thing I'd see in a furniture store display. Maybe the placeholder photo that they put in picture frames before you buy them. After a few pages, I start to see some actual people. Probably some candid shots. People in a high school hallway, people walking around on the sidewalk, a bunch of sporting events. Recognize a few of these people. I think that's Orlando. Looks like he's doing some sort of speech. That's probably his sister doing something in martial arts. And then... Hold up! Hold up! Everyone stop! Everyone stop! Fellow people in the cafeteria, please shut the fuck up! What the fuck is going on?
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
There ain't no way.
It's time to drink
There
water.
ain't no fucking way.
It's time to drink water.
There ain't no fucking way. Is that his dad? Is the commissioner his dad? That would actually explain a lot. That would actually explain a lot. I assume these are his parents, Rain and, Clark? She seems to be helping him fix his tie. I've seen them both before in that family photo Redline showed me. This looks much less fabricated. They both look almost familiar, but I'm not sure why. His mom looks like Redline, but older. His dad... Something about him makes me anxious, even if it's just a candid photo. Flip the photo over.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Someone's written, Dad can never figure out getting his tie on right on it. Slide the photo back into its place and close the book before anyone notices. Eventually, Redline and Bruce come charging in through the side door. His mood seems totally different.
Xander, dude, come check this out.
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Oh my god! Raj, that was timed perfectly. That could not have been timed better. Just congratulations. He turns quickly, immediately face-planting into Bruce's solid body.
Hey, I thought you were waiting outside.
Nope. Let me help you with your boxes. Redline grabs the box on the table, crumpling up the letter and shoving it in his pocket. Bruce bends down and lifts the other two up, carrying one under each arm. They leave and I take care of our trays before following them to the hallway.
Ta-da!
They're standing in front of a little handcart. It's got a big bag of packages and a few dozen boxes of various sizes stacked haphazardly across it. What is this?
Bruce's fan mail. He's giving it to us.
He looks proud. I don't want it. Come on, Zan. It'll give you something to open. It ain't Solstice. Someone can't open a box. It's not Solstice. Why would I want to read letters about how much people love you? Can't they just send that shit in an email? He rolls his eyes. It's mostly promotional material, gift cards and hats and shit. I don't want it. I figured you two would. Redline bounces with excitement.
I might get a new water bottle.
There's definitely a water bottle somewhere in there. These fuckers want me to do brand deals left and right. I don't know what's so exciting. I got a water bottle when I signed my Fang contract. It wasn't even that good. Whatever, I don't know if we'll have the space for this kind of stuff in our room. I'll store the leftover junk in my room. It's no problem. Bruce looks cool and calm, but I can see his fingers tapping the railing. Looks like he's anxious for something. Fine, but you're carrying the cart upstairs.
Okay.
We have elevators.
That works too.
We take the elevator up, then Bruce rolls the cart down the hallway with Redline sitting on the front, chatting away about something. Eventually, we get to our room, and the cart barely squeezes inside. These rooms got smaller, I swear.
I don't think it counts since you're like 9 feet tall.
Yeah, that checks out. Chucks a box at Redline, who barely manages to catch it and starts to tear it open. Bruce drops onto the foot of my bed next to me. Isn't opening someone else's mail some kind of federal offense? I won't sue, this time. How gracious, why are you giving us your garbage? Can't a guy do something nice for his BFF? Best fighter forever! Bruce lowers his voice. And, maybe I feel like you deserve a break. Bunch of gifts isn't a break. Well, it's the closest I got. You want it or not?
Zan, there's 2 water bottles in this one.
2? Hang on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to go back.
Zan, there's 2 water bottles in this one.
2? Both Redline and Bruce look at me. One with genuine surprise and one with feigned excitement. I guess I could use a better water bottle. Fine. Redline tosses the box at me and Bruce, spouting off some facts about his favorite water bottle they used before we came down here. We spend the next hour or so cracking open boxes, checking out all the brand deals vying for Bruce's attention. Coat, koozies, protein powder, hats, sweat towels. I get all this shit for free in Fang anyway. You guys will too once you get to tier 3. Once we get to, speaking like that's an option for me. That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen. After getting through the boxes, Redline, now clad in an unreasonably amount of free branded t-shirts, pulls up the bag of mail, ripping open an envelope.
Why do you get so much mail?
I didn't even get this much junk mail when I lived topside. Fang filters out of the flyers and shit. Most of the envelopes are about the free swag. They just talk about the boring terms and conditions. Might be a gift card or something in there though. Could be nice. That was enough to set Redline off, rifling through the bag for any envelope with something hard inside it. He's like a raccoon digging through trash. Getting scrubby mitts all over my mail. That still doesn't stop him from pulling out a few stacks, tossing them sloppily to both me and Bruce. Bruce was right. Just a lot of lawyer talk, asking for contracts, explaining their gear, how Bruce needs to advertise it. Dumbasses don't really get the situation. Fang prevents me from advertising any other brand unless they get permission from the commish. Redline pulls out an envelope.
This one's got handwriting. That means it's personal.
Bruce is unfazed. Let her rip. Letter tears open and a few photographs fall out. Redline scoops them up, looks at them, and starts giggling before planting them face down on the bed.
Oh my god, dude. People mail you nudes?
Oh my god. Bruce's porcelain face breaks and he laughs. Shit, really? Been a while since someone tried that.
I thought people only did that over DMs.
Nah, I don't have any social media or anything like that anymore.
Surprise,
Got bored of it.
motherfucker.
I don't want anyone to know what I'm doing all the goddamn time. But if they can't handle me on private anymore, I guess they figure out some other way to do it. Used to get a lot of ladies with nice bods, a lot of dudes too, like a lot of dudes.
Even wrote you some kind of love letter. It's kind of cute.
Oh yeah, but it's real romantic. All the best romances start with showing me their giblets.
Okay, but he has a really nice body.
Good for him. Stone dies down the more Redline talks. Luckily, he moves on through digging through the last of the mail. Redline's amassed a small pile of gift cards. Looks like it'll save him a pretty penny. I don't even know when you plan on using those gift cards down here.
I've been saving up my vacation days. Just, haven't gotten a whole lot of fights lately.
Oh yeah, you got one coming up, don't you?
Yeah, with Jesse.
You're gonna need more than a name.
Sure, let me just project his face into your mind.
Thanks. Oh, that's cute. Ooh, thanks. Ooh, I can see him. I love his plumage.
He's a puma.
Damn, you gotta work on your projection skills.
Anyway, he's one of the bigger names in lightweights.
Thought I recognized his name. It's perfect scaly dragon skin. Isn't he way too big to be with the lightweights?
I think he came down from a middleweight a while back. He's definitely on the heavier end.
And you're on the lighter end.
That's true.
Some fighting leagues have multiple different weight classes, but Fang simplified it down to 3. Down here, anything below 180 pounds is considered lightweight. Middleweight goes from 180 to 230, and anything above that is heavyweight. Oh, fuck. I'd be a heavyweight. But I am so much shorter than Bruce. By at least 3 feet. By like 3 feet, I am shorter than Bruce, but I would be classified as a heavyweight. I would not last 1 day. I would not last 1 day down there. I'd actually die. Other fighting leagues chop those up in more smaller weight differentials. usually between 10 to 15 pounds per class. Things sort of got their edge by being the first to change that. It creates a lot more tension watching fighters of different weights test their limits. I imagine it makes betting a lot more interesting too. Obviously, if there's a size mismatch, you'll think the bigger guy wins, but that's not always the case. Granted, fights usually get paired close enough to weights that the class limits don't matter too often. Then you get edge cases like Redline's here. Looks like he's edging maybe 135, maybe 140 pounds. I didn't receive the projection of Jesse like Bruce did, so I don't know too much about him besides what Redline mentioned earlier. Broad shoulders, thick build. When Feng announced the condensing of the weight classes, some people raised a stink, saying it was unfair or scary, but most of them just ended up adapting. Can't afford to lose their jobs in this economy. Sure, it's more dangerous to fight with bigger weight differences, but at least we have a place to sleep and food to eat, so that makes it all worth it, right? Redline flops backwards into the discarded envelopes that cover his bed and lets out a long sigh.
He's probably got, what, like 40 pounds on me?
I mean, it could be worse. Yeah, your opponent could have like 180 pounds on you. Bruce's smug smile aimed at me disappears as soon as we make eye contact. 40 pounds is nothing, Reg. You're gonna be fine. And I really doubt it'll be that far apart anyway. 20 pounds at most. Redline lets out another sigh. That'd make you heavyweight.
Maybe you're right. 20 is still a lot.
Or we can tell Bucky to reschedule the fight. The hyena sits up immediately.
Hey, now, we don't have to go that far. Bucky never let me hear the end of it. Plus, you know, I really would like to get some more time off.
There's that confidence gonna make the big cat submit.
You kidding me? I'll knock him out.
That's a bold claim when someone weighs that much more than you. If it was only 5 or 10 pounds, that would be doable, but Jesse's potentially 30% heavier than Redline. That kind of difference can make a fight a lot harder.
What about you guys?
I can feel Bruce freeze over. Maybe I'm just projecting. Either way, I'm trying not to make eye contact with Bruce. God, it's so fucking awkward ignoring someone when I know they're waiting for me to answer. I sigh and look at Bruce. He has definitely been looking at me since Redline asked. I mean, what about us?
You two have another fight eventually, right? Wait, your fight was last night. That's why you two were in the med bay. That's why you were in the med bay. Fucking missed it, dude. I'm so sorry. How'd it go?
I ended up in the med bay, so I'm still surprised they made you stay there. I didn't break anything. And you're sure about that? Bruce scoffs and rolls his eyes. Yes, I'm sure. I want to win, not hurt you. So the 6 knees to the gut were, what, a warning? I was trying to tire you out! You little guys have too much stamina, so I just wanted to make sure you couldn't keep fighting. But I'm gonna knock you out again. And I'm gonna make sure I don't, accidentally break something.
So the stomping in your second fight was just an accident?
Of course it was. I don't stomp on someone unless they deserve it. All the shit you're going through, I'm not about to go out of my way to make it worse.
So, like, what exactly is going on? I know Xander said it's some weird contract thing, but all the promos are saying he challenged you?
Bruce lets out a sigh and leans back on my bed. All I know is that the system glitched out, and now Xander's stuck fighting me, but Fang is framing it like Xander's some rando that has beef with me. We don't have to do weigh-ins anymore, but now they banned any form of social media. Something's off about the whole situation.
A computer glitch feels like a really easy fix, and Xander said he talked to the commissioner about it.
Tears drooped at the mention of the commissioner. Bruce looks at me. Yeah, want to fill me on what happened? I only heard bits and pieces. Went about as well as you'd think. He yelled at me about the head kick post. I asked about fixing our contract, about fixing our fights, and he just told me to do what I'm told or I'm breaking my contract. Sounds about right. So the computer fucks up once and now he's just letting that slide. Doesn't sit right with me. He's usually pretty picky with the championship fights. I get that a lot of Fang's audience is gonna like hyper-violent fights. That's most of the clientele, yeah. And mismatches are exciting for main events or for the gamblers, but is this so fun for them? Watching the same fight over and over again? Maybe I need to cave your skull in to keep that going. Still not a fan of those kinds of jokes. Bruce sighs out. I don't know. I smell bullshit, but I don't know what to make of it. I've asked questions about matchmaking before all this happened, but the old man just shuts me down. And Ted's fucking useless, so yeah. That's where we're at. We just keep fighting? Unless you got any better ideas. Both look over to Redline, who asked a question in the first place. He seems to be deep in thought. Bruce whistles sharply. Right over there, Stripes.
Oh, yeah, totally. Just thinking. So, are you two, like, friends now?
He really needs to stop asking questions. I think this one is on me to answer, given Bruce's extended silence. Um... I guess we're friends. I sigh and look at Bruce. He looks hopeful. I don't know how to say no to people. Well, I do. Quite often, actually. But when someone's trying as hard to reconcile as Bruce, it's hard to keep that going. Well, even though he knocked me out and broke my arm, dislocated, and broke my ribs, and humiliated me a number of times, Bruce looks ashamed. I guess I can try to get past that. If I'm being honest, I don't think I can forgive you for everything that's happened, but you seem just as lost as I am, so maybe you're not the enemy I thought you were. Dinosaur breathes in deep and slowly exhales, his chest shuddering ever so slightly. Thanks, Xander, I appreciate it. What it's worth, I am sorry for how this is turning out. I wish I had a better solution. Just try not to do too much damage. I'll do what I can.
Maybe we can come up with a solution together.
Both our heads turn back to Redline. It's strange how quiet he's being, but it's not like I have conversations with other people when he's around, so maybe this is just how he is when he listens. Maybe. Got any ideas?
Well, no, but it's not like we're on a time limit, right? You two keep fighting and doing what you need to do, and we'll try to come up with something that fixes everything.
I guess it's better than nothing. Problem is, I can't really be seen with you two too often. I'm supposed to hate you, remember?
But you're here now.
Security's got enough on their hands with mail day. And the rest of the guys won't notice me sneaking off just this once, but I gotta keep up appearances, you know? You really don't. Is it too much to ask him to not be shitty to me around everyone else? But, I'll try to find time. See what you knuckleheads can come up with. Anything else you guys need? Redline looks around at the pile of free samples he's waiting in.
I think you said something about storing stuff in your room.
Bruce lets out a sigh and smiles. Getting up to shovel random junk into a box, Redline picks a few things out, namely a water bottle, a few tank tops, and a fur brush, and the rest gets packed up and loaded onto the cart. Another box gets full of trash, and our room is left only slightly more cramped than it was before. I'll catch you guys later.
Take care.
I nod at him. Bruce wheels the cart out and we're left alone.
I'm glad he's back to being nice.
If you can call that nice.
Would you rather he go back to shoving you around the cafeteria?
No, I know, his hands are tied. I'm still a little burnt on it, though. I pivot, trying to change the subject. So are you excited for your fight this weekend? Redline looks confused.
Said the 8th, that's next week.
No, Redline, it's this weekend. You got 6 days.
No, it's...
Takes a second to count on his fingers and stands straight up.
I have 6 days? So soon, we gotta go.
We?
Bucky, go!
What? Redline charges out of the room. Before I can even stand up, he comes back in, grabbing his gym bag and charging out again. By the time I make it downstairs, slowed by the aching in my abs, I make out the side of Redline down the hall, walking alongside Bucky and Drayden. His voice is even more clear from this distance, shouting something akin to asking Bucky to hurry. What? If you didn't know the context, this would be a terrifying situation. Like, you have Redline looking like he's about to beat the shit out of someone. No. Because they're looking at the camera. You got Redline and Bucky looking like they're gonna beat the shit out of us. Then I got Drayden looking over to the side like, oh fuck. You meet halfway with Bucky looking like he's ready to kill someone, but in a fun way. Drayden looks anxious. Xander! What's up, Buck? Bucky pulls Redline into a headlock, forcing a yip from the yin. You're just in time to watch this little mutt get demolished. They start bickering and I fall in line next to Drayden. Mind filling me in? Redline says he's got a new fight, and he asked me to fight him. Think you can ruin my date, little man? Date? Drayden blushes and stammers, but Redline pipes up.
Hey, I didn't ruin anything, I just want to spar.
You wanna spar, dude? I'll spar with you, little furball. They're both laughing, and some even more aggressive grappling. We make it to an empty gym, and the two of them rush in. Drayden's face is still red, seemingly unsure what to say. He and I lean back against the wall as Redline and Bucky get into fight gear. Well, Redline gets in his. Bucky's still wearing his uniform, but has MMA gloves on now. Alright, little buddy, you know how to take on a bigger opponent. Redline was already charging on and rocking Bucky's gut with a solid straight. Bucky didn't move, only laughing as his arms wrap around the yin. "See, now there's your first mistake, getting within throwing range." In a grand spectacle, Bucky lifts Redline up, then slams him down on his back. He lets out a yip of pain but manages to get his arms around Bucky's neck. "Yeah, what's your next move, little twerp?" With his little arms draped over the kangaroos, he tightens the guillotine hold. Bucky sputters and coughs out a laugh, and I can see his legs repositioning, crawling up towards Redline's. With a deep, guttural grunt, the bigger man starts to stand upright. Redline's tail is wagging as he's lifted up into the air, and by the sounds of Bucky's coughing, only tightening the choke. Bucky chokes again, arching his back to lift Redline up even higher, then slams him down onto the mats hard. Redline lets out a much louder yelp, his body very clearly convulsing as the pain rocks up through his body. It remains locked tight around Buck's neck. Why do I hang out with these guys again? His legs kick out, failing to find purchase on the mat as a lack of oxygen starts to show its signs. And after another few seconds, the coach taps Redline's arm 3 times, signaling a submission. Redline laughs and releases the hold, laying spread eagle under Bucky as the both of them try and gather more air. I turn to Drayden, who seems enamored. "Should we stop this?" Drayden doesn't respond, only staring at the two as Bucky swaps putting Redline in a chokehold, guiding him on how to break out of it. Drayden. What? "Oh, no, I think they're just, they aren't using actual power, right? It should be fine, I think." I guess it's fair, they aren't supposed to use full power, but that slam sounded pretty heavy. Maybe that's just how they spar. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever watched the two of them actually spar. It's normally Redline and his friends. "So, Bucky spars with you?" "Huh? No, he'll hold the pads if we have an odd number of people, but normally it's me with one of Redline's buddies." "I see, what are they like?" "His friends? I'm not really sure, I don't pay enough attention to them. Kind of just blend in with everyone else down here, except with Redline, of course, but we're roommates, so..." Drayden nods and folds his arms over his chest. Redline and Bucky are standing now, the two of them squared up just outside striking distance. Redline growls something and Bucky pounds his own gut, beaming wide, and finds Redline to strike him. Redline's next fight is with someone bigger than him, so... The cat lets out a chuckle and sighs. "Trust me, he told us all about it. Bucky actually coached Jesse for about a year before he got bumped up to Tier 2. "So he switched coaches?" "Yup, or so I hear. You can start booking private sessions at that level, and apparently Jesse and Bucky never really got on too well. So it was a good thing all around, I guess." "I guess so. Hard to imagine what kind of asshole you'd have to be to not get along with Bucky, but I've met Ryan, so..." "How has Redline been since, the party?" I shrug. "He's been alright, I guess. A little sad here and there, but I don't think it has to do with the party." "Then what was he sad about?" "Seemed anxious about not getting fights for a while, though thought they were going to fire him." Drayden chuckles as Bucky tackles Redline to the ground again. "I don't think they get rid of him just like that, but I'm glad to hear he's got a fight coming up." "Have you heard anything about his friends?" "I don't really talk to them, but he did kind of get weird when we saw them today, now that you mention it. He got all quiet, and he said it's because he hadn't had a fight in a while." "I see." "Right? It's not like Redline would stay quiet about his friends. He never shuts up about them. Even if he hasn't talked about them in a few weeks." "Huh. Do you think something happened?" Drayden sighs. "Probably. Should we say something?" "I've tried asking. He keeps saying everything's fine. As frustrating as that can be sometimes. Can't really force him to open up." "That's fair. He's right. It sucks, but forcing the questions could only make things worse." "And how have you been?" "Still don't know if I should talk to him about how Bruce and I have been talking. At the very least, we should talk about it in private. Not bad, my abs still hurt after that fight last night." "Well, if that's the worst you're feeling these days, that sounds like an improvement. Have you heard anything from your family?" "Actually, now that you mention it, no, I haven't. Not since we talked a month ago." "I see. Have you put any thought into what you'll do if he calls again?" He's awfully persistent. "Do you think we could maybe talk about this in private?" Of course. Just let me know when you'd like to talk it over. You have my number." "Of course, Doctor." As Bucky finally pins Redline, the kangaroo cranks him back in a chokehold. After a few choked laughs, the little hyena taps out, and the two collapse on the mat, exhausted. They both have big smiles on their faces. They seem happy. Bucky scoops Redline up, draping the limp yin over his shoulder, and trots back to us.
"Hey, I'm not done."
"Oh, yes, what, pup? You got a fight coming up, and we got practice later, so that means you gotta rest." The kangaroo stops in front of us and flips Redline over, holding him bridle style. He turns to look at me and Drayden, tongue hanging limply out of his maws, panting like a dog. "Here, you on him?" Bucky starts to hand him over, and I awkwardly accept Redline into my arms and immediately have to ease him toward the ground. He's heavier than I was expecting. He catches himself on his feet, then drops down, laying spread eagle and panting some more between giggles. That ought to wear him out for a bit. You had fun fighting above your weight class, pup?
Yeah.
How come you never trained me like that? That's because. Huh, maybe we should start then. Never took you as a glutton for punishment too, Xandir. In a flash, he pulls me into a headlock, grinding his knuckles hard against my head. Try swinging my fists for his sides and pulling free, both no luck. It's too warm. Pressed against his sweaty body, bare knuckles digging harder and harder into my scalp, I have to tap out. There you go, little man. He lets me go and I stumble back against the counter. Redline lets out a little laugh but goes back to gasping. Just a little taste of what's to come now that you and Red got me fired up. I'll make sure you get some special training with your coach. No! If you'll excuse me, I was about to go on a walk with my dear friend Drayden. The doctor blushes a bit and Bucky leans down to help Redline to his feet. You boys gonna be alright for class later today? Yeah.
I'll be gunning for you, Coach Book.
And that's double your punishment in class. He lets out a laugh, and while Redline tries to get a weary protest out, Bucky and Drayden make their way to the exit. Wait. Drayden is taken? They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine. But you're not really fine, but you can't say that because then they'll they'll never understand. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined hearing that Drayden is taken. My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. I'm gonna cry.
Huh?
Let's chat some more.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Soon, you two. I'm gonna wait for the ad. Time to sing the song. That'll cure my mental health. When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? He said, will you? I will not be able to sing that entire fucking song. I nod at Drayden, but Redline just collapses again, panting face up on the ground. I sit down next to him, listening to him giggle for a while. He's never tried putting me in a headlock like that before.
He's really scary when he gets riled up, but in a fun way.
Yeah, I noticed. I think Drayden noticed too. How's your back feeling?
I'm fine. I'm great. Those slams were nothing.
They really did not sound like nothing. Did you learn your lesson?
Oh yeah, Coach gave you plenty to work with. I haven't wrestled like that in a while.
You and I grappled like 5 days ago.
No, I mean like with someone bigger, and Bucky's way bigger than Jesse. That loser's gonna eat pavement.
He rolls onto his front and pushes himself to a standing position.
I'm gonna go run and grab some water. Maybe a shower too. Bucky stinks.
It's definitely more your scent, man. Redline takes a whiff and realizes his mistake.
Shush! I'll grab a shower.
Redline starts out the door, and at the same time, I feel my phone vibrate in my pocket. With a heavy grunt forced by the pain in my abs, I get myself off the ground and check it. It's a text message from Dad.
Hey!
The text can wait. We're gonna leave off here tonight. We got Northern Lights coming up. More Aldrich. And I think Cody's never-ending quest. No. No, wait. Ah! More Aldrich. And the never-ending quest to delete all t-shirts and turn them into crop tops. Anyways, I think. I don't fucking know. Anyways, stay safe, have a good night, fuck off Windows, and I will see you all tomorrow.